Hello, friends. So excited that you are joining me today. I have an easy window card idea for you using the Circle Sayings stamp set, along with the Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper. I think you're going to really love the ease and simplicity of this design, but then it's so cute. And of course, you can use it with all different stamps too, but we're going to use it with this Circle Sayings stamp set, which is a really fun stamp set. Lots of different occasions that you can hit with that. If you are here and joining me live, welcome. Go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know that you're watching and let me know where you're watching from. I always like to hear that. And then if you are watching the replay, a special welcome to you too. I love knowing that people watch the replay later. Leave me a comment. Let me know that you watched the replay. Let me know what you think. And if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Heidi with Onigo Stamping, and I provide card making tips, tricks, and inspiration to wannabe artists like you to help you create your own handmade cards and gifts that are absolutely gorgeous and you are going to love and are going to impress all of your friends. All right. Now, I think I said this on Tuesday too, but since it's still the beginning, I'm going to remind you, it might look like I am live right now. I am not live, sadly. So I am traveling this summer and I am doing these videos ahead of time. So this isn't actually live, although it looks like it's live. But don't worry, I'm still going to be checking in. I'm going to read your comments. Let me know, still interact with me. I love to know that you're here and that you're watching. And I love to know what you think of everything that I'm doing. All right, I'm going to make my workspace a little bit bigger so we can get started. Let me just flip this around. There we go. All right, so we have our Circle Sayings stamp set, which is super cute. And then I have the Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper. Now this is an online exclusive. It's only available online. It is in these gorgeous colors, soft sea foam, flirty flamingo, daffodil delight, pretty peacock, lost lagoon. Really, really pretty. It's got flowers. It does have a coordinating stamp set as well that is online exclusive. Now this Designer Series paper, like all the Designer Series papers in the annual catalog, are 15% off in June. So definitely a great time to grab that. And I'm going to be using that for today's card. Let me grab a couple of the other things that I need to get started. So here is a piece of that Designer Series paper that I have already cut down. This is, so the Daffodil Delight is 4 inches by 5 1/4. This is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Had to do quick math in my head. So it should fit right on here like this. And we're going to start just by adhering this. We're going to go ahead and just adhere this to the front. Now, don't forget to watch all the way to the end because I have lots more card samples to share with you using this fabulous stamp set. All right, so we're just adhering this right to our Daffodil Delight. I'm going to pop that on there. Glue that down. And now I'm going to grab a circle punch. Oop, I don't want that one. That's my 2-inch. I want the bigger one. The circle punches are an online exclusive as well. So you're not going to see them in the annual catalog. But if you go to the Stampin' Up website or my online store, you can just search circle. If you put in circle, it's going to come up with these circle punches. So I'm going to grab the 2 3/8 one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to punch this out of the bottom. Poof, out it comes. There we go. We have a circle punched out of our front. Ooh, all right. Next up, I'm going to grab a piece of crumb cake cardstock. This is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. Just your standard card base that we use in the US at least. And I'm going to just give this a good fold with my bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, let me tell you, they are absolutely fabulous and great for getting really good creases. So now I have this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere this as well. All right, so we're just going to pop this on the front of our card. Just using some multi-purpose glue to do this. Try not to get glue on my fingers. So there we go. That's just going on our card front. Now what I'm going to do, what I find helps me, and you could actually get out your ruler and you could measure this and make sure that it's all perfect. I just kind of eyeball it. I just kind of look for the center of my circle, and I'm going to go ahead and just make a little dot in the center. And this is just going to help me get my next one kind of lined up. I never get it exactly right, but it really doesn't matter. So like I said, if you want to, you could come in here and you could make sure that you really get it right. Actually, you know what we could do? Let's try a trick. We're going to try this. So I have my 1 3/4 punch, which is smaller than I want. I'm just going to grab scrap because we're not going to use this. This is a trick I'm making up as I go. This is how I come up with tricks. I have a problem and then I try to solve it. All right. So this is the 1 3/4. I'm going to use the 2-inch, but I can come in here, put this in the center where I want it, and then draw around it. Hopefully I got that center. I think it's a little off. Draw around that circle. Now I have a circle, and I can come in with my 2-inch punch now, and I should be able to center that circle inside my 2-inch punch. And we'll punch it out. And then we did a pretty good job getting that nice and even. So there's a little tip for you. All right, there is our card so far. We can see it's got a window. Now we're going to get some stamping on the inside here. So I have a piece of basic white. This is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm not going to adhere this yet. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to lay this in here. Put it kind of where I want it. And I'm going to close the window. Now I'm going to bring in my pencil. And I'm just going to mark the edges. Just a little bit. Because the stamp is just a little bit bigger than that circle hole, I can't stamp like through the hole because it's just a little bit too big. So this way I can tell where to put it. I'm going to grab my Memento ink because I am going to color this with some Stampin' blends. So I'm going to grab the Memento. I'm just going to ink this up. And now let's see if I can do this. It's kind of hard not being able to look exactly. All right. And try to stamp that kind of in the center of those circles. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, so there is our little circle there. And then I'm going to grab the stamp that says warm hello, and I'm going to stamp this on the top. So there we go. Put away the Memento. I am going to grab my pencil again, and I'm just going to do a quick erase of my lines. Get rid of those. I want to make sure you have a pencil with a good eraser on it. Not a really old pencil. Go. And now I'm going to grab my Stampin' blends and I'm going to color this. I'm going to start with some Pool Party. And I'm going to start with the light Pool Party. That was not the light Pool Party. I'm going to start with the light Pool Party, and I'm just going to color in the water. Kind of color the circle around the outside. Do the edges, and then I can quick color in the center. So I've already talked about how the designer series paper, all of the pattern paper, is 15% off. So it's like 13 packs. But really, when you look at it, it's all of the regular designer series paper in the annual catalog plus this Hello Irresistible paper. It does not include the color collections, like the ones that is subtle 6x6, that's not included. And the specialty designer series papers aren't included. All the regular ones are, which is a really great deal. It's a great time to stock up on that. All right, so there we have the light. Now I'm going to come in with the dark, and I'm just going to color in some of the waves. So it has all these wavy lines on there, and I'm just going to kind of go every other one and make it darker. Now, so that's the designer series paper sale. If you want an even better deal, the best deal right now got even better because y'all know the best deal is always the Stampin' Up! Starter kit. But in June, it is even better. They have increased the value of the starter kit. So when you get the starter kit in June and become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can choose $155 worth of products for only $99. Plus you get free shipping with that, which is awesome. Who doesn't love free shipping? And if you want any of that designer series paper, it goes in your cart. It goes into the starter kit at that 15% off price. So it's even more value, right? You're getting that sale on top of everything else. All right, now I'm going to grab my light Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to color kind of the bottom of the sun here. And I just rotate my paper a lot so I can get the tip in where I want it. So yeah, you get to choose $155 worth of product for only $99 and free shipping. So it's an amazing deal. Now, the question that people always ask me, or tell me, they mention, I don't want to sell anything. That's okay. You don't have to sell anything. If you want to make money, if you want to, sell some things to your friends, that's great. If you don't want to, that's fine too. You can just do it for yourself to get the great deal and the discount, because you're going to get a 20% discount after your starter kit. All right, so I did that light Flirty Flamingo. Now I'm going to come in a little bit with the dark Daffodil Delight and just do kind of the edges here above that Flirty Flamingo. And then I'm going to come in with the light Daffodil and do kind of the rest of the sun. And then we're going to do some blending. So you don't have to sell anything. You can just get the discount. You get 20%. It will last until at least the end of October if you join in June. If you want to keep that discount and remain an active demonstrator, they do ask that you submit $300 in orders, either your own or other people, every quarter. So every 3 months, every calendar quarter. So really, there's no strings. That's all there is to it. It's so easy. All right, and now I'm just coming in with some more Flirty Flamingo and just kind of coloring and blending this in just a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit more. The dark daffodil. That dark daffodil is really dark. And come in a little more with the light daffodil. Just get a really pretty sun. Now I want to grab my light Flirty Flamingo that I've been using, and I'm going to go every other ray on the bottom here. We're not going to do all of them because we're going to switch. We're going to transition to yellow, just like we did in the sun. But I'm going to do the few bottom ones here. Just going over those lines in Flirty Flamingo. Then I'm going to grab my dark Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to do every other line. And I'll keep going all the way around. So how are all your summers going? I'm kind of sad that I'm not actually here, live and getting to talk to you and answer questions and do all that normal stuff. But I'm glad that I can still give you guys inspiration and ideas, keep you crafting all summer long. All right, we're adding in all of these little dashes. Now I did those every other one, so I'm going to grab my light daffodil and we're going to do the other ones. Just kind of give some variation here. It's hard to tell the difference, but I don't know. I know it's there. All right, so there's our beautiful sun. Isn't that pretty? I love this image. This is what really sold me on this size. I just love this image. I'm going to put my Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blends away. And I'm going to pull back in my card. So remember my window card? Now we're going to set this back in here. We're going to adhere it in place. Might move it just a little bit this way. And then we're going to go back and do some stuff on the front, because this is the inside, but the front isn't quite done yet. All right, just laying that in there. We're going to put it a little bit off center inside just so that I get that. There we go. You know what? I'm going to come in with my light pool party, and I'm just going to kind of enlarge this just a little bit. There we go. That way it'll just kind of, there. Now it goes all the way through and I don't have like a white edge there. That's what was bugging me. All right, so here's our front. I want to do a little bit more stamping. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use this stamp. So there's this Kirby stamp and it says sending you a, right? So it says sending you a warm hello. Now this is a little bit too, if I put this on here, it's a little bit over curved, right? It's not following the circle that I want it to follow. What I'm going to do, because the nice thing about the photopolymer stamps is that you can change them, you can move them and bend them just a little bit. So I'm going to lay my clear block on top of my circle. And then, this is hard because I can't put my head straight over it. Let's see how I do. Then I'm going to lay that stamp over top of it, following the curve. All right. It's a little bit easier when you can really like put your head directly over, which I can't quite do right now. But I think you guys get the idea. So I'm going to grab my Flirty Flamingo ink pad. And I'm going to stamp this on a scrap of basic white. And I'm going to cut it out with my paper snips. Super easy. Now, if I had followed the curve, I maybe could cut it with, I could cut one side, but it doesn't, see, it doesn't quite line up. It's not perfect, and I want it to be perfect, so I'm just going to cut it with my scissors. I have a certain streak of perfectionist in me. Not all the time, but. All right. So, and this is a really easy cut, right? We're just going to cut around the top. Snip this off. Now, this designer series paper is an online exclusive. There are going to be new online exclusives coming in July, and they look amazing. They look so awesome. So excited to get them and see what they are like when I get back. But a new set of online exclusives that are coming. Now, demonstrators can pre-order some of those online exclusives. And if you want to grab that starter kit deal, you can actually put the pre-order online exclusives in your starter kit. Tell you, all the good deals. And one of the great things about being a demo is that I get to pre-order things and I get to see catalogs ahead of time and all that good stuff. So one of my favorite perks is getting the catalog early, getting to order products early, because I have zero patience and I cannot wait. All right, I'm putting some mini dimensionals on our little banner. And then I'm going to put this on the card front. And we're going to do one more addition to kind of really pull this over the top. All right, I'm not sure I got that centered, but there we go. So now one more thing I'm going to do. I'm going to grab my white. So I have this piece of white cloud punch. You guys know I love the cloud punch. So we're just going to punch some clouds. I'm going to punch 3 clouds. And don't forget, you can turn the clouds over. So I want one going this way, and I want 2 going this way. They're kind of hard to see right there. I'm going to grab my light Flirty Flamingo again, and I'm going to color on the bottom. Just a little bit on the bottom. So, and then to kind of blend out that line just a little bit, I'm grabbing my color lifter and I'm just going to color right over top of that. And that'll lighten it. You'll see as it dries, it'll get a little lighter. I'm going to do this right away though and not let it dry before I go on to the next one. So there we go. And we'll do our next cloud. Again, just coloring on the bottom. My light Flirty Flamingo is nearly dead. It is so, so dry. I don't use Flirty Flamingo that often. So I need to replace it, but we're just making it work today. All right. Color over this. Set that aside, and we'll do one more. There we go. I'm not even going to worry about that last little bump because you're going to see in just a second I'm going to cut it. So we'll just blend this out a little bit, lighten it up. And now this one I'm going to cut off. Like I said, I'm just going to cut a straight line just like that. And now we're going to adhere these to the card front. I'm going to take this one. This one's going to get adhered flat. And the others we're going to put on dimensionals. There we go. Grab my Stampin' Dimensionals because I love dimensionals. Just put some dimensionals on here. Now this one, I'm going to kind of stay away from this area because that's going to overlap our circle just a little bit. So there we go. Now I can pop these off. And this we're going to put down here. And then this one is going to go up at the top. So pop that up there. And there we go. What do you think? There is our fun window card sending you a warm hello. So pretty. I wanted to show you this. So I made another one of these and I used a little bit different piece of the Hello Irresistible. There is one that's more Flirty Flamingo and less Daffodil Delight. And I don't know, which one do you think? Do you like the pinker one or the yellow one? It's a little bit hard to see on the screen. But yeah, so two different looks, kind of the same, but slightly different. So, all right, so there's that. Now, here's the card that I shared with you on Tuesday night when we did this fun circle, like, I don't know what I even called this, but this little card. So smile because you're awesome. So there's that one that we did Tuesday that I shared with you Tuesday. Here is another idea of mine. Isn't that cute with that adorable cupcake on there? Super fun. And then I made some really simple cards with my upline about a month or so ago, and I'm going to share those with you too. So we have the cupcake again in some berry burst and bubble gum. Super, super easy. This is no coloring, just stamping. We have this thinking of you today because you're awesome. Again, no coloring, just stamping. And same thing here, sending you a smile with the berry burst. I think this is Night of Navy and Old Olive on the crumb cake. So really pretty. And then this one that I think is just gorgeous. This is the Azure Afternoon on Lemon Lolly and Daffodil. So again, no coloring on these, just super, super simple stamping. So really easy cards. So many ideas for you. Hopefully you like them. And yeah. So that's what I got for you today with this circle saying stamp set. I just love it. If you love it too, make sure you grab it because it's a good one. It's got all sorts of stuff in here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you guys next week. Next week is going to be a Stamp With Me Tuesday, and I don't remember what it's going to be, but there will be a list of supplies that I'm going to put out on Sunday night or Monday afternoon, I think. You'd think because I'm recording this ahead, I would know more what's going on. Not necessarily. But that will be coming Sunday night or Monday for you. Check for that list of supplies, get all your stuff ready, and then come meet me on Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to make a card together. So I'm excited. I'll see you then.